This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, guys, you can see my screen, right? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Yeah, what we discussed yesterday about is we started with our customized object employee, how to store the employee object into array list and how to retrieve from the array list. This is the most important concept everybody should understand very clearly. So apart from that, I would like to continue with next thing is let me copy the same program. Day.19, right. So in day 19, I'm pasting, right? But there is no employee, so I need to bring that employee of day 18 into day 19. I copy and I paste here. Yes. The same employee again available in the day 19 also. Now what I'm trying to show is before this we saw how to sort the elements collection dot sort method using collections dot sort method. Guys, can I use the same collections dot sort in order to sort EMP list? Is that possible? No, it is not possible. See, I could sort before um, 18 18 8, I think. Yes, 9. Yeah, you see guys, we could sort successfully all the elements of numbers, I mean integers. When we created a list of integers, I could sort successfully. But when I'm trying to sort the customized objects, the array list which covered with all customized objects, I am unable to sort them. Why do you think I am unable to sort? Because sort method is not supporting. The reason is very clear. The sort method is now trying to sort the EMP list, but it is unable to find with what element I supposed to sort, because you see there is a ID, there is a name, there is salary, but we need to emphasize the logic of sorting. I mean, whether you want to sort through ID or name or salary. Okay, that is missing over there. Now the question is, how is it possible to instruct sort method to sorting algorithm, sorting method? So guys, before that I wanted to show you java p java dot util dot java dot lang dot integer java dot lang dot integer. In this integer class, okay, it implements one interface called comparable. Guys, concentrate here. In the integer class, predefined integer class of Java, that class already implements a comparable interface, and it is overriding a method of comparable interface called compare to method. Guys, do remember. Next, let me go with the string class, double class. Everywhere you find this common. See, compare to method also overridden here. I mean, compare to method available in this class and as well as in the string class implements comparable. So what do you understand? The string class, integer class, okay, implements comparable interface and override compare to method. Compare to method. Because of that reason, it was successfully handled the sorting. It was successfully handled the sorting algorithm. The sorting algorithm now exactly knows how to sort them because of those implementations, which is not in our employee class. Now let us take our class which we created. It is not predefined class, it is our own class, employee. It neither implements comparable nor it override any compare to method, guys. Is it overridden any compare to method? No. Is it implements any comparable interface? No. That is the reason these methods of this class, sorry, objects of this class are not able to sort with our sort method. Now let me keep it as it is and go to the employee class to decorate with implementation. Implements, I'll also implement here, implements comparable. What type? Employee type. Once you implement comparable, it will force you because it's an interface now. When you implement a normal interface, it will override, it will force you to override a specific method. Which method it is asking us to override, guys? See, add unimplemented methods, click on it. Now go and check what is the method it is overridden. Compare to method, guys. Okay, once this method overridden, now you can go and check what is wrong. Nineteen. This is 18. We did for wrong method. Save it and close. I don't want this method. I want employee method of 19. Employee class of 19. Sorry. Implements um, comparable interface with employee type. Then it is forcing to override a method compare to. Guys, now you can go and check. Sort method is not ready to sort with our customized objects. See, now error is gone. Guys, error is gone. Sort method is working fine. Yes, but if you try to sort, it still
This is
not
different.
able to sort properly.
This is different class.
This is,
We are looking for EMP list, right?
oh sorry, integer.
Yeah, yeah.
Check it now.
Okay.
Still it is success. Got it? Success because of that. But still it is unable to sort properly. It won't sort in a proper order. Let me remove this. One. Put it at the end. 4. Cut it. Put it in the beginning. Cut it. 3. Put it after 4. Before. Now they are not in a order. Let's check. Still the output is not in order. It is the same order in which it is added. Okay. Same order which it is added. Guys. Why it happened? Because still it is ready to work with the sort method, but sort method exactly don't know how to sort. So you provide a logic here, proper logic how you want to sort. With what? If you look at this employee object, one object is coming. Let me rename it properly. Employee EMP. So one object is coming as a parameter, and we'll also take the current object. How to get the current object? This dot and with what you want to compare. Get getter method ID. I want to compare with current object's ID with argument object ID. Get ID. This is the logic. So you put this under a condition called if the current object's ID and coming object's ID is greater than your return value positive. 1. Else if this dot get ID, current object's ID and employee object's ID, given object's ID, return -1, negative value. If both are equal, else return 0. This is the logic, guys. You need to provide inside the compare to method. So based on this, it assumes that if it is bigger than the first one, it will swap. If it is smaller than the second one, it will don't do anything. Even equal, don't do anything. Based on the parameters you are provided, sort method will sort everything. You know, in the bubble sort method, in sorting method, first value will be compared with the second value, first value will be compared with the third value, first value will be compared with the fourth value. If it is greater than, you swap it. Remember, we did in the arrays concept. Similarly, the sort method use this. Overall picture is what we are simply saying, that you compare, you sort with the ID. That's it. This is the logic you need to write. If you want to salary, put the salary in place of ID. Now go and sort. See, guys, first 101 is coming. I gave what? First 104, 103, 102, 101. But 101, 102, 103, 104 are all sorted properly with ID default sorting. This is what we call it as default sorting. I mean, without any specific parameter, you are simply saying sort my objects, array list object. Then it is sorting based on the ID, because in the class itself you provided the logic of sorting like getter. Okay, now in the same program, if I want to sort with okay, let me keep this, as well as I want multiple options. I want to sort with salary also. Boss, I want two options to be there: sort by salary or sort by ID. Okay, sort by ID, anyhow I already made it as a default. Now my intention is what? Collections dot sort method. Now I want it to use for sorting with what do you call salary, for example. So there are two options: either you keep default sorting or you remove default sorting, then go for job data salary. That makes default. No, I want ID option in the same program. I also want salary option. Both I want to keep enable. So both means in one class you can't do both. You keep this employee class for default sorting ID with ID. Then if you want second option to be enabled as well as, then you go and create a new class, guys. Another class, separate class called any name, sort by sal, for example. See, there is a new class I have created in the same package. There I am implementing not comparable, comparator. There is a different class called comparator. Comparable for default sorting, guys. Import. Yeah. Comparable you always use inside the class, original class, which provides a method called compare method. Compare to method. Compare to method. So current object compare to given object. But in sort by salary, what I am doing, comparator, and I override the different method here, not compare to method, compare method. Add unimplemented methods. See, compare method, not compare to method, guys. Here not one argument is coming, two arguments are, because there is no default object, right? There is no default class. This is not the employee class. This is a third class. So you will get two objects to compare, emp1 or e1 as you wish, rename it properly, e2, employee 1, employee 2, compare two objects. If e1 dot get salary is greater than e2 dot get salary, then return 1. If e1 dot get salary less than e1 dot get salary, return -1, else return 0, return 0. Now this is sorting with salary, second option. Now you go enable the second option, but it will use the default sorting because you have provided without any parameter, guys. Now you don't want to do that. You use the object of new class called sort by sal. So indirectly what are you saying to the sort method is, boss, sort method use this object for sorting and this is the list. Then rather than using the default sorting method, it will go and sorting through sort by salary compare method. Am I clear? Now let us check based on salaries. See, salary 6, 7, 8, 9. See, ID is wrong. Based on ID it is not sorted, but based on salary it is sorted. Now I want to disable this and enable above sort. You can check here 101, 102. It's not sorting based on salaries, guys. It's sorting based on IDs. Like that, you can keep on enable any number of sorting options. If you want one more sorting for name, yeah, this is your assignment, homework. You work for sort by name, guys. Do remember, I am giving homework today. You need to write the, I will also share this project to everyone. In the same 19, day 19, you write one more class for sort by name and show me tomorrow, everyone. Do remember, guys. Am I clear? Comparable, comparator, everything is clear to all. Why we use comparable, why we use comparator? In order to perform sorting of customized objects. For default sorting we use comparable. For external sorting we use comparator. That's it, guys.
Sir,
Yes.
is it possible to do both the sorting at a one time or it's not possible?
Why not possible? Because of making it possible only we did it now. But you should print to
Okay,
see now.
okay.
You should print to see now. Separate now. Once it will sort in that mode, once it will sort in this mode. Both at a time is not possible, right? Because it will be changed now later immediately. Got it?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But both options are enabled. Both options are ready for you because of this class.
Yeah, but
Like
both
that,
at
you
the
can
same
write any
time.
number of classes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but both at the same time is not possible.
No, it is possible, but how you will see the sorting effect? Tell me.
Okay, okay. No, I'm thinking if I give the two compare with the name and name and a salary, then they compare with the name. So all the A digit comes first, and in detail in a
Yeah.
digit they go in the all the A digit name comes on the top, and then in A digit they compare the salary.
I don't think it will work in that way, because it will sort with the name. Then again, if you perform separate sorting, then it will go to directly salary. In the sort, in the name, it won't do that.
Okay.
Okay. If you want, you need to store that into one element again. Then that element you put it into the sort again.
Okay. Understand.
Second sorting. Okay.
Yeah.
That way you can do. Right. So yeah, this is what comparable. This is important interview point of questions. Comparable, comparator, and all. Okay. Finally, in our collection, one more most important topic is map. Like list set, we have one more thing called map. Like set, list. Set is no duplicate, list is duplicate. Map is key value pairs. I mean, it can store two objects at a time. String comma integer, integer comma integer, string comma string. Like that, any two values at a time you can store. New hash map. Hash map is a class. Hash map is a class, okay, which stores map. Map is an interface, parent interface. So what is advantage? Map put, not add, two objects. First name, for example, I store Sachin. His score 89 or 99. Map dot put Dhoni 78. Map dot put Kohli, okay, 67. Map dot put uh, Rohit 88. So you people understand what I am trying to do. I am trying to store the employee, cricketer name and his score at a time as a dictionary, guys. Okay now. Suppose if I store Sachin again, is it possible? 100. Finally Sachin got 100. Can I store like this? What will happen? Map. Which Sachin will be stored? Let us see. Output. See, Kohli 67, 78, Rohit, Sachin 100. I mean, at a time, one key in the key value pairs, key must be unique. Key must not be duplicate. Do remember. Key may not be duplicate, guys. Value can be duplicate. Value can be duplicate. Key cannot be duplicate. If you give duplicate key, it will be overridden. Do remember this. At a time you can store two values. It will make sure the key automatically should be unique. That is the beauty of map. Guys, are you clear? The map. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So not only storing in the map, the another advantage of map, it will provide some beautiful methods. Like suppose if I want to check any person, I mean any key present or not, you say map dot contains key, okay, and it will tell you that uh, Pasha Means this guy is there or not, it will tell you false. See, false, because Pasha is not there. Similarly, contains key Dhoni. Yeah, it will returns true because Dhoni is present. Likewise, you can check. Okay, if you want to check whether anybody got century or not, then you say contains value. Say 100. Contains value. See here, true. Why? Because somebody got 100. Contains key, contains value. Guys, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose I want to search for a particular person's score. I can simply say map.get and provide the key. In the get method, provide the key. Holy. See, 67. I provided key Kohli and it is giving me the score of Kohli. 67, guys. See, searching, okay, testing, everything is implicitly available. Ready-made methods are available. We no need to worry about lot of things, guys. It will store all the elements. It will simply provide methods to search and all this searching, sorting, adding, removing. Everything is predefinedly available. That is the collection framework. This is okay. These methods are okay. But can I separate these names from the list? I want, for example, all the players list. I want only players list of players, all the players. I don't want their score. Map dot key set. There is a method called key set, and it will return all the keys in the set interface. Why? Because there is a relationship between keys and set. Keys are unique, set are unique. System.out.println set. Run it. See, only keys are all the names of the players separated in the list set into set. Convert, I could store individually the names of the players into a set interface, guys. That is what set interface. Am I clear? Guys, is that clear or not? Suppose I want to separate these values from the map. If I want to separate values, map dot values, it returns all the values in the form of collection interface. Import system.out.println value or values, anything, no problem. Now you can check the list of values are coming. Only list of keys, list of values, separate list of keys, list of values. These are all many and much more methods are there, guys. See, the question is how, why I am separately using like collection in one place, set in one place. How do I know? Just place the cursor and see what is the return type of the method. Place the cursor, Eclipse will give you complete information. What is the return type? Set is the return type, right? So the values from key set you should store where? In the set interface, guys. Next, in the map interface, what is the return type? In the values interface, what is the return type? Collections. Because of this, I see and I have used the storage value here. Don't be confused. These are all predefined. When you are using key set, you should receive the keys in the set interface. When you are using values, you should receive in the values, guys. Am I clear? Hello? This is the map interface, guys. How to map the values and keys together. Anything you can store: integer, integer, string, 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 integer, integer, string, double, integer, integer, double. As per your requirement, you can create it and you can store it, guys. Guys, are you clear with this? I am going to give you one assignment. If any doubts, you can clarify here. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So likewise, you can store customized objects also. Like suppose if I have map like integer comma employee, guys, this is also possible. Emp map equals new hash map. That's it. Here you can provide integer comma employee as you wish. What do you mean by that? You can store each employee object and its value. Emp map dot put. Suppose you can give key 100 and the object employee 1. Then what will happen? Whenever you want a particular object, based on this you can retrieve the object also. So like that, as you wish, whatever the way you want, you can use this map interface, guys. Okay. And in the map interface there are two classes. One is hash map, another one is hash table, guys. Hash map, hash table. Import hash table. Yeah. Now you can check here. Any change in nothing means both are same. Hash map, hash table, both are same, guys. What is the difference between hash map and hash table? What is the difference between hash map and hash table? Means let me show you. Java p java dot util dot hash map. All methods. These are the methods of hash map. Exactly same methods in there. Can you tell me what is the difference between these methods and these methods?
Synchronize.
Map, hash table. Which are synchronized? Hash table
Hash table.
methods are synchronized. Hash map methods are asynchronized. So which is useful in multi-threaded programs? Hash table is useful for multi-threaded program. Which is useful for single-threaded program? Hash map is useful for single-threaded program. So I hope everything is clear to all, guys. Hash, what we learned? Can you anybody repeat all the class names? Asset, guys, asset. Which classes we discussed so far? Asset,
Asset compare.
asset, linked asset, tree set. Then array list,
Linked list, vector.
Linked list,
vector, linked list. Yes, very good. Hash map, hash
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 table.
table,
And what are the next topics we discussed? Comparable, comparator. What are the comparable and comparators? They are interfaces. Comparable, comparator are interfaces. What are the methods in comparable? What is the overriding method in comparator? These are key points, guys. Comparator method is compare to method, compare method. Comparable interface method is compare to method. Comparator method is compare method. This is all important. Go ahead, practice, because of interview point of this is collection is most important, guys. Yeah, based on map, I will give you one assignment that everybody I want to complete and bring. Character occurrence. See, guys, I will give the skeleton. You people will, I will share this project today. You people will fill the code in this method only. Void get char occurrence. One string is given. You people have to return a map or hash map as you wish. Okay. Scanner sc equals to new scanner system dot in import system dot out dot println, enter a string scanner sc dot next method string str, and call this method by passing str, you should receive a map object, and I'll print this object. It will display all the value, but what type of map it is, I'll tell you. The map should be the type of character comma integer, character comma integer. Guys, do remember. It is also required here. Yeah. Now return map. Right now I'm returning null. You should convert this into return map. So what is your job? Write your logic here. Right? This is your logic. You should write logic. What is the logic? Given string, each character you put as a key in the hash map or map object you create here. In this logic, you create a hash map object or map object. The first one key as a character of the string, and the value is an integer occurrence. For example, if I give hello as a string, you should put h as a character, 1 as an occurrence, e as a character, 1 as an occurrence, L as a character, 2 as an occurrence, O as a character, 1 as an occurrence. Guys, in the map which you are returning from this, you should contain first character as a key, second integer its occurrence. Fill and return back to the main method. Key value. Question is clear to all, guys?
Yes.
This question is clear to all, or anybody having any doubt on this question? Everybody got clarity?
Yeah.
I want you to work on this tomorrow. Bring this assignment, and this project I am sharing with everyone. In the same program, everybody will get a copy. So you people write your logic and return that particular map and see the output. Show me tomorrow. In every system, I want to see this program, because I'm giving skeleton along with that. You need to write the logic, no exception, guys. Everybody, I want to work on this. Come. So tomorrow I will discuss about file serialization and deserialization. Then tomorrow itself we'll start the JDBC also. Okay. So for JDBC, you people get ready with the MySQL database installed in your machine. Whoever don't have MySQL, make sure try to install MySQL database tomorrow. If any difficulties, tomorrow I will discuss with you in the installations also. Okay, guys.
Sir,
So you know how to import this in your machines. I'm sending as Java Basics 3. I will export this in a export archive Java Basics 3. Excuse me. You need to download the zip file, extract that zip file into a folder first, then go to your Eclipse, import general existing. Don't go to archive, guys. Go to existing workspace, select the extracted folder which you downloaded from the mail. That's it. It will be in your Eclipse. Okay. Sometimes you may get error in this line, top line. Right click, go to build path, configure build path, libraries. Here you may find error in this list also. Edit, select the default workspace. Okay, that's it. Your error will be removed from your machine. So I want everybody to work and come back tomorrow on this. Yes, somebody was asking some question.
yeah, sir. I heard the one question is like very famous. Why we are overriding equal to method in hash code or something question like this in the collection framework?
Equal to.
Yeah, why it is compulsory to override equal to method?
Why we need equal to method overriding?
Yeah,
Why we need equal to overriding? Equal to for comparison, right? If you want to
yeah.
compare, you override. If you want to compare, you override. Means, for example, 19. Yeah. Hello. See. Uh, see here. I have my objects 101, 102, 103, 104 now. Okay. If I create one more object, if I create one more object here, E5, E5, E5. What if I give 101 or 104 again? Will you get any error
No,
or not? 104 is there for Rohit, 104 is there for Sachin. Is it correct practice?
no,
Pasha. Is that correct practice?
no.
No, no.
Yeah.
So to prevent this duplication, because it's not automatic, na, like your integer. I mean, in set is already predefinedly available. So, but this will not allow. Even you take set also, it won't accept. Overcome this problem, we can override our manually equals method inside the class. Then we can handle it. I will show you this tomorrow program.
Okay, okay.
Concept is clear. When it is useful is clear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. In this situation, to control this, we can do that. Okay.
Okay.
I'll show you tomorrow. Just remind me before I start the session. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.